What is going on, everybody?
Oh!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney 2. When we left off,
We are reunited with Sherlock.
yes, we have gone back across the pond. Granted,
And Iris. And her,
I'm
and
actually-
her good cooking.
I'm curious about the ways that they do this, because they're going from Japan to England. Why did they take a boat?
What do you mean?
Because from Japan to England, you would just have to cross Asia.
Oh, you're saying in general?
Yeah. Because if you were to take a boat, you'd have to go... Because at that time, I don't think they had the way to cut between Africa and, you know, the European southern border. I thought back in that time, they'd have to go all the way around Africa to reach that. Anyways.
Why are you talking about this now?
We're back in time anyways.
You're just thinking out loud?
I am. My ADD kicked in like that. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it did. Jesus.
So we're back in time. Back to at some period, like right after the Soseki trial,
Yeah.
and our meeting with the woman that was stabbed from all that, and we're gonna go talk to her, see how she's doing. I must say, what happened
I'm so
to you?
used to reading when it says Naruto.
I know you got to kick that out of your
I've been
memory.
conditioned.
I must say, what happened to you was really terrible. I can't imagine getting stabbed out of nowhere while on a stroll down the pavement.
Yeah, she was just walking along and then boom. Alright, for her voice, I'm just gonna go along with like what I did for the maid wife lady, except sweeter, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cause she talked like this, but it wasn't exactly.
It was blah, you know.
Yeah.
But she's like,
It was so cold.
that's too old. God, I don't know. Jesus.
Tone yourself up a little bit then.
It was so cold. The fog was so thick I couldn't even see. Has your baby been for a whole day since then?
There we go. I'm smushing my cheeks together. It has. You've been unconscious the whole time.
I heard the whole case was solved while I was sleeping.
Oh God.
Indeed, I the Sherlock Holmes summoned in a snap.
I forgot you were here! Come now, Mr. Holmes. The one who fought so valiantly in court was Naruhodo. I don't know why I said your name that way.
Does that mean you still haven't heard the details of the case?
Well, apparently a police officer's supposed to come here and fill me in.
I mean, we can do that.
That does make sense.
Everyone is suddenly so busy now because I had to go and wake up. I'm sorry, everyone would have been better off if I just stayed asleep.
No, absolutely not. We're also very relieved that you recovered.
She seems like a bit of a handful. All right, about you. Let's talk. You're an artist, right, Miss Green?
Oh no, you're mistaken. That to be precise, I'm more of an artist chick. But to be even more precise, I'm a student of Thorndike Arts Academy.
Fancy.
I see. So Britain has art schools as well.
By the by, do you happen to live in the area, young lady?
Oh no. This might seem pretentious for someone like me, but I actually live in a flat on Brixton Street.
How curious.
What?
Using the underground, Brixton Street is about 10 stations away from here.
Jesus.
And the Thorndike Art Academy is only a 3-minute walk from Brixton Street. Is there an issue with that, Mr. Holmes? Oh, it's nothing much. But Briar Road isn't exactly where the most affluent people live. Mr. Mustache isn't the richest either. Soseki's home does look ready to fall over at any time.
It does.
Now, why would a little girl from the Art Academy be wandering around there? Just made me think. That's all.
Oh.
Why'd she get so quiet all of a sudden?
10 stations away seems like a lot to me.
Yeah.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. You shouldn't be prying into a lady's affairs like that.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Are you about finished here? I have to prepare for my discharge.
Oh, of course. Our apologies. And thank you for your time.
Nailed it. Oh, God.
Mr. Nair Hoodoo!
Mr. Nair Hoodoo.
Oh, Mr. Nair Hoodoo? Is there Mr. Nair Hoodoo on the premises? Nair Hoodoo? It's the voodoo if you do, but if you're looking for a defense attorney named Naruhodo, that's me. Hey, good morning, Mr. Nair Hoodoo. This is for you. A message from Soseki, not to me. What? This from Soseki?
Why would a police officer be delivering a message from Soseki?
Is he in prison again? Good question. Whatever it could be. Maybe an officer from Scotland Yard would deliver messages so early in the day. Oh, come on, stop yelling! Let me see it!
You need to chill.
Hey! But... Oh. Well now. What is it, Mr. Holmes? Don't you what is it, me? This isn't the time for that? Huh? Seems the great detective won't get the chance to rest just yet. A new murder case is calling to me. I can't just ignore this cry.
Murder?
Just depart right away. Call us a coach. Oh, but, we still need to read Soseki's message, and it would be impolite not to visit his flat. Well then, all the better.
All the better? Or what is?
It's written clearly in this message, friends. The scene of the crime is none other than Mr. Mustache's home. You must be joking.
I'll go and call for an express coach right away. What the
Oh no, what happened? We'd only just cleared Soseki's name yesterday. And yet, the very next day, another murder has occurred right on his doorstep. Soseki, just how many black cats have you crossed paths with? That was the very first thought I had as we depart for Soseki's flat.
Jeez. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
21st of February. Oh, you need your water?
I
There we
can't
go.
reach.
7:18 a.m. Garrett Deb's Flats. Ground floor.
Oh, hey, that's that dude.
Oh. Hey.
I was wondering when we would see him again.
Well, apparently he's dead. What on earth?
I believe he's passed away. Yes, I'm rather sure.
Oh, Soseki. Didn't expect to see you so soon. What was me? Why does fate seem to have it out for me? I just became a free man yesterday. 2 whole days away from home. And yet, I wake up the next day, and what is this? The early bird did not catch the worm. My life is suffering. Hello there. Is he as bright and cheery as always, Mr. Mustache? Good, good.
Mr. Mustache!
It's you, the Sherlock Holmes. Why are you here? I don't remember ever asking for you.
Mr. Holmes was together with us, so he decided to tag along. He hoped he could be of some use to you.
Quite right. Not as useless as you might think, Mr. Mustache.
Hey!
Oh, for goodness sake. Do you have to be this loud first thing in the morning? Long time no see, Inspector. Who could have imagined we'd meet each other here? Indeed, seeing your face at the crime scene never fails to give me heartburn, I swear.
Maybe you should stop eating fish and chips all the time.
Ha! Sounds like someone needs to lay off the fish and chips.
Exactly!
Good morning, Inspector Gregson. Keep your grubby fingers off my crime scene. Wow, okay.
Oh, Soseki.
You okay, man? I'm gonna go. Number one,
just-
what the were they putting on a play?
Yeah, wait, where are all the books?
Well, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, is this even I was like, this can't be the same room because there's the books are gone in one day because this is like the day after the trial.
Yeah.
So maybe it's in like the flat next door.
But it said it's in his house. In his home.
Well, yeah, it just said. Well, it said the Garadeb's flat, ground floor.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
But were they putting on a play?
That's what it looks like.
Seems like Handmaid will enjoy a play. Hey, get your foot away from that! Got the rest of my crime scene. Oh, I wasn't touching it. I was just looking. Don't even look at it. Even just a glance is going to mess up my crime scene.
That's not.
Wow, he toppled out of the wrong side of the bed this morning, didn't he? I'd say the crime scene looks ruined enough already. Anyway, maybe it's best if I just start by asking some questions. All right, I guess I'll talk to. Well, number one, I guess I'll talk to you. What's going on?
Ugh.
This doesn't look good, does it, Soseki? It's been only 3 days since I was arrested for the stabbing on Briar Road. And now on the very same night I was finally allowed to return home, this happens. Hellish existence! The victim's room is here on the ground floor, and your flat is on the floor above, correct?
Okay. I was gonna say, why would his...
Right! You might as well call us neighbors. So you knew the victim? Hell no. Uh-oh. Oh no, he's getting twitchy. What was happening?
Oh boy.
That was a pretty normal question, right? Why is he trembling like that? Well, I wouldn't say that I didn't know him, but I've never been in this room before. I vow to you on my grave that this is true.
I wonder what's got him so agitated. I almost feel as though you shouldn't have asked him that question.
In my hour of need, I had you two to come by my aid once more. I entrusted a police with my message and had him call for you. Thanks, I appreciate that. Hey, you. How you hanging in there? Before you've lost everything.
Look at me.
So, about the dead guy over there?
His name's William Pretency. He was the one renting this flat. As you can see, he's a washed-up actor. Or maybe his acts off the role of a wash-up.
Mr. Pretency.
Mr. Gator and Mr. Natsume were the first to discover the body. Mr. Pretency wasn't up at his usual time, so they got worried and kicked down the door.
But doesn't Mr. Garrett have a bad leg?
The one who kicked it down was that trembling, mustachioed, hunchback Asian over there.
Oh, wow. Something unexpected of him, I'll be honest.
The victim lived a life of extreme poverty. We bred him in for petty falls before, too.
Okay, I'm gonna make a call here.
What?
He's acting dead, isn't he? He's just gonna jump up here in a minute and just scare the shit out of everyone. Let's find out.
He had nobody and nowhere to go. The only people he knew were those under the roof. He died as he lived, alone.
Why is Soseki here anyway?
The investigation only just started, and apart from here, there's only police officers here. He's not especially suspicious, and we don't mean to judge by appearances, but we just thought we'd ask the guilty chap, the tenant, a few questions.
Jesus!
Did you just say guilty?
I didn't, no, I don't know.
Looks as though they suspect Soseki.
To be fair, he does tend to come across as quite suspicious.
Oh, poor Soseki. Always looking kind of sus.
I can't say much until the coroner gets here. But the body is still warm, so we can assume he hasn't been dead for very long.
Or he's alive.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to confirm that for myself, I'll just take his word for it.
What?
Welcome. I am the castle.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Mr. Holmes, mind if I ask what exactly you're doing?
Ha! Isn't it obvious? I'm clearly carrying out an investigation.
Is that what that is?
I was asking because it wasn't obvious.
What is that pole?
It's me.
Oh, I've missed this so much.
Haven't we all?
So, did you discover anything, Mr. Holmes?
Now, don't be so impatient. It's only been 5 minutes. But if I was pressed to say anything, I would say I've discovered little more than the truth.
What? The whole truth? But, Mr. Holmes, wouldn't that mean that you've discovered everything?
I suppose you could view it as such. In any case, at this point in time, my conclusion's number 2. First, last night, the victim was involved in a fierce fight for his own life.
What?
What?
Why did that bother you so much, Soseki?
No reason! Please just ignore me! Forget I exist!
Okay.
Alright then, as for my other conclusion, last night, the victim ingested poison. The smell was concealed by a sweet scent.
Ridiculous!
Ah! Is he?
Okay, seriously, Soseki, that was an even more violent reaction.
Oh, no! Please don't pretend I'm not here!
What are you doing?
Invisible!
What are you? What?
I am gone now.
It's a little difficult with all your yelling.
Please elaborate, Mr. Holmes. Explain your deductions to us.
Are you gonna do the thing? Oh, but of course. Let us raise the curtain on this tragedy and showcase the truth. All of his great deductions so far have been absolutely ridiculous.
And great.
I wouldn't be surprised if I witnessed another bizarre miracle. Now,
Yes.
everyone,
Yes.
shall we begin?
Yes.
Come, one and all, to Sherlock Holmes' Theatre of Logic and Reason. Okay, here's my little prediction quick. Here's just my little prediction quick.
This is my favorite part of the entire series.
I know, and I think it's getting get better because what I think is that, obviously, I think that our victim over there is alive. You know, he's an actor, a theater kid. We're putting on the theater. We're putting on the theater of logic and reason. We're gonna go through this, and he's gonna, like, at the end of it, stand up and clap. Bravo, bravo, you two! What a great show! And we're gonna be like, what the fuck? He's like, I couldn't help it.
God, you're gonna have to look back at whatever his voice was.
I don't even know if there was a voice. It was like two lines.
It was him and another guy were
I know, and then
arguing.
they done dip.
I don't even remember which episode that was.
All right, time for the deduction. The game is what?
Oh, it's been too long. Yes, the music. Ah. Sorry, I am a Sherlock simp. I will admit it.
In order to learn the truth of last night, let us first take a closer look at the victim.
In case it wasn't obvious.
He's frothing at the mouth. This suggests the possibility of poison at work. Uh-oh, he didn't like that one. In front of his eyes lie one large plate. What exactly is on that plate?
It looks like
Is
soap.
it rotten butter?
It is
Half a
soap.
bar of soap. This is of profound significance.
Was he eating soap?
Maybe that's what he used for the frothiness of his
Yeah.
mouth. Because I'm pretty sure he's acting, but
Yeah.
why is there soap on his plate? Less as if it was Last Supper, or even his last supper.
Oh my god.
But did the victim eat this soap? The answer to that is revealed by his fork. Why did Soseki look at the camera like that?
I missed
Seems his ravenous hunger set him on a one-way track to his demise. With this fork as a weapon, he tried desperately to protect himself in a fierce battle for his life. Put simply, hunger defeated him, and he devoured the soap whole. However, soap in London is known for being poor quality. It is also a poor quality poison. Ergo, the poison that stole his life lurks in this plate. The soap matches his frothing mouth quite exquisitely. Therefore, his cause of death was the result of poisoning from too much poor quality soap. Personally, I find myself more enthralled by the taste of that poor quality candle. Are you saying you eat candles, Sherlock?
Have you eaten a candle, sir?
At least 7 today.
Today, what about?
What else do you do at Bed Bath & Beyond?
They smell so good. You're supposed to eat them, correct?
Now, we are left with one final problem. Is this a case of suicide or homicide?
Dude, Soseki, what?
Death paid this man a visit during his last supper. Was there a third person to join in their party? Look no further than this lone cup.
What is
He is so like. To be fair, Soseki's never seen this before. He is confused
Oh my god.
as shit.
He's
Of course, it was hasty to make deductions based on that alone. There's always the possibility that our culprit was cautious enough to take the cup home. Which is why I will supply the answer to this question. The identity of that guest will be made clear by this broken lock. It's broken now, but when he died, it must have been locked. And the only key to open this lock was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim ingested that poison, he was all alone. Cheap soap reeks of cheap oil. Drowning in that sharp, oily smell, he collapsed from that poison with nobody to save him. All we can do is pray that the soap cleanses his soul somewhat.
Oh my god.
Oh, God. Great work. And there you have it. The great deductions of Sherlock Holmes have been revealed.
Beautiful. She's like,
There's a reason he always has a partner. Watson, Iris, someone needs to have him on a leash at all times.
one of those like kid leashes. Oh, like a harness.
It's absolutely one of the harnesses.
Yeah.
Just Iris walking Sherlock along the road.
God.
Well, this is interesting.
I want to see that.
one thing that bothers me.
There's always one thing that bothers you. But go on, ask away.
Well, honestly, it's everything. Even if you were absolutely famished, would you really eat soap?
It takes us one look at his statement of state of living to tell you he must have been quite poor. He may have hallucinated that the soap was really a delicious feast.
Could that really happen?
No. Between you and me, I've tried soap in the past myself.
You ate soap.
Don't look at me like that. It was ages ago. I just want to try and clean up my stomach.
Sherlock! Did it work?
Well, they had to pump my stomach out of the ICU, so I believe it did. Well, I writhed about in pain for a while, and then I threw up. Maybe it didn't. But that's when I learned that even soap can be considered deadly poison.
Yes! You don't...
Not only does it taste terrible, but the experience was terrible too. I don't recommend it.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't try it even if you did.
There's something that bothers me as well.
What exactly?
How is Sherlock still alive? It's Soseki. He was reacting a lot
Oh,
during
yeah, he
all
was.
that. All the little, like, dings and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help but notice him jittering in the corner of my eye. It's almost as if you believe Mr. Holmes' deductions are all true.
Help, preposterous.
His voice really trailed off at the end there.
Judging from Soseki's reaction, seems Mr. Holmes' deductions warrant further consideration.
Mr. Holmes' perception deductions are so sharp that sometimes he shoots far beyond the truth into the realm of ridiculousness.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he stopped. Bringing his deductions and dragging them back to the world of reason is our job.
Was that supposed to happen?
I guess that's where they wanted that one to stop there. All right, let's do this again then.
Pay close attention to the words that are key to Mr. Holmes' deductions. You'll need to subtly change those words and correct the conclusion.
All right. So I think
Subtle change.
we're gonna have a
Subtle changes that change the entire thing entirely.
I think we're gonna have a situation here that almost exactly mirrors what happened to Soseki like literally 2 days ago. In that he was there with this guy hanging out, and all of a sudden he just dies in front of him, and he's like, oh god, oh no, not again. And he like obviously escaped because, you know, he didn't want to be a part of that again, so he ran. And that's probably why he learned his lesson the third time and stuck around in Japan.
But the door was locked.
Well, no, I'm saying that he was probably there and then left. Because you can lock a door from the inside. And
But the key was in the victim's pocket.
I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with theories here.
When you do, Mr. Holmes' great deduction will be complete.
On that note, I'll be counting on you, friends. Now, everyone, shall we begin? Come one and all to Sherlock Holmes' Deductive Reasoning. Part 2.
Part dos. Hold it, Mr.
All right, let's do this. The cause, obviously,
Poison
soap. Yeah.
Oh boy.
In order to learn the truth of the last night, let us first take a closer look at the victim.
He's frothing at the mouth. This just wasn't work. All right, so, oh, he didn't want to hold it there? Okay.
That's a large plate. What exactly is on that plate?
Have bar soap? Yeah. This is why there's soap on this plate. Last supper.
Soper.
His last supper. All right, is this where he does the thing? The victim. This was his fault. Yeah, she's like,
Oh,
huh?
I didn't
He
see
like
that
just
before.
turns to the camera. Just like, he's like, what?
That was
The fuck?
he's like Soseki was in the office all of a sudden.
Yeah. He does have a point. And if the guy had a fork, he was probably eating with it.
Yes, I suppose that does make sense. If you wanted to eat soap, using a fork would certainly be easier than chopsticks.
Never mind that. There really is only 1/2 bar soap left on top of the plate.
But surely there must be another answer somewhere. Did he really eat the soap? Let's look for some proof that reveals the answer.
Yes, let's indeed. Is there anything on the floor? That was my first thought. Well, there's not much of it. Did he try to eat it? Oh. Well, there's another half. There's other soap.
Oh.
Huh.
The rest of the soap is there.
There's some soap down here. I can't believe Mr. Pretense he's love of soap goes this far.
Hold on a moment. This soap fits perfectly together with the half that's on the table.
Really? Then...
It seems this is one half of a broken bar of soap.
Huh. I was gonna be like, oh man, he tried to eat his hat. But I guess I'll go for the other bar of soap, so.
Yeah.
Boom!
Hey.
But did the victim eat this soap? The answer to that is revealed by this other soap.
Other soap.
How did I not notice it? That's another chunk. In other words, he didn't eat the soap.
He's like,
Oh,
oh.
that was obvious. No matter how hungry you are, there's no way you could eat soap. Even for me, just one bite was more than enough. But as far as I can see, there's no other food here that he could have consumed. Astute observation, Master Naruhodo. That in itself is the answer.
Yeah, that's a new
Soap in
one.
London is known for being poor quality. It can easily become a poor quality put.
It's like when he's still trying to be all cool and stuff, but at the same time do his
Yeah.
pose.
Alright. Poison that stole his life lurks on this plate. Mr. Holmes is really insistent on this soap.
Maybe he licked it instead of eating it?
If that soap only takes one lick to kill a man, you won't catch me using it.
Yeah.
It's certainly true that there's no other food in this room, though.
Is food the only thing that could have entered his mouth?
Well, I mean, there's a liquid there, but let's see if there's anything hanging around here. So there's the fork, nothing like... that's just his shirt there. Okay, so there's plate, and then there's the stain on the table. Is the stain important?
Nope.
No. How about the teacup? Can we examine that? He could have drank something. I think there's a Western style, you know me, right? You know me?
Yeah,
Right?
I know you. It's about time you start calling it a teacup. The cup is completely empty.
Then there's a possibility that the victim didn't eat the soap after all. Instead, on the night of the crime, he drank some tea instead.
That is indeed plausible.
It's like the only thing because the only thing that's there is the teacup. Is there anything else on the plate? Is there anything like under the plate? On this plate? You must mean the soap.
That reminds me, we have our own version of in for a penny, in for a pound. If you're going to ingest poison, ingest the plate as well. What do you think?
What do I think? I can't help but think of the victim sinking his teeth into both soap and plate.
Ugh.
Imagine the soap is jelly and the plate is a really hard cracker.
Ew. I've never imagined such a terrifying combination of flavors.
Or painful. And then there's the fork, so I guess we'll go with the teacup.
Yep.
Yep. Ergo, the poison that stole his life lurks in this teacup. Indeed, for ages poison and teacups have gone hand in hand. He got too ahead of himself and drank the whole thing dry, so nothing remains. He can't find a single crumb of food in his room.
He's like, what the fuck is going on? What the hell are these guys doing? And I thought I had the good shit.
Where are all these spotlights coming from?
That's only one remarkable conclusion. The cause of death was poison sipped into the victim's cup. Fix that right up there. There we go. That's it.
tea.
All right, nobody visits him. We'll see about that one. Now, we are left with one final problem. This case of suicide or homicide. And there was the third party with a long cup. Boom! This fallen Western style, you know me, came up before, right?
Mr. Pretency drank tea on the night of the crime. Following that train of thought, I see no real problem here. However, there is one thing that bothers me.
You're referring to Soseki's unnatural reaction upon hearing that, right? Maybe there really is something to this deduction after all.
Let's have one more careful look around.
Ah, yes, let's. Alright, so there's the lone cup. Oh,
Other cup.
no one decided to look at his hand
It's
at
like
all
soap,
at any point
other
in
soap,
time.
cup, other cup.
Was there a third person to join in their party? Look no further than this other cup. That's right. There were 2 cups in this room. This shows the possibility that at the victim's last supper, he may have been entertaining a guest in a top hat. At the very least, we can say one thing with certainty.
Last night, someone was drinking tea with the victim.
What nonsense you speak! I have no words!
Oh, God.
Of course, it just hastens to make deductions based on that alone. But until we know who this guest is, there's no meaning in pondering it. Which is why we'll supply the answer to this question.
Oh, shit.
I love this frame. I love this
Who was the guest that visited him last night? The identity of that guest will be made clear by this broken lock. Or will it be the wine on the table or whatever else is hiding behind Sherlock's shoulder?
Yeah.
This is actually going in a rather questionable direction.
It may be too late to go back to the he overindulged on soap claim.
Regarding the identity of the person who visited his room last night, I'm getting a pretty bad feeling about who it might be.
Avert your eyes from your hunch, but you cannot avert them from the truth.
Guess taking another look, huh?
3 books.
3 books. 3 books! I thought there were only the makeshift stages and costumes in this room, but there are 3 books sitting here.
Wonder what kind of books they are. The titles are as follows. Monsieur that's something.
Lecoq.
The Canterbury Tales.
That's probably it, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's
And the last one is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
they were Soseki's books in the last case.
They are.
I feel like I've heard these names recently.
This may be one amazing coincidence, but these are the same 3 books that Soseki bought just the other day.
What? Miss Green was stabbed on the pavement 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Soseki was on his way home from a used bookshop after buying 3 books.
Those 3 books are now sitting here in the victim's room.
But Soseki is adamant that he never came here.
He's lying.
Son of a bitch. Well, what exactly does this mean?
It means he's lying. I'm not entirely sure myself. It means he's lying!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
He's just trying to deny it so that he doesn't become a suspect again.
Exactly.
I
The
can't
identity of
blame
that
him.
guest will be made clear by Soseki's books. Right you all, these 3 books share one commonality that can't be called coincidence.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
These are the same 3 books that Soseki bought at the used bookshop 4 days ago.
That's just a coincidence.
It's not.
Then why don't you bring these same 3 books from your own flat?
Oh.
Go on, it's just a quick walk up the stairs.
He's got a point.
I must refuse.
If you can't bring them from your own room, then does that mean these books here are yours? 4 days ago, in the morning after he brought these books, Soseki was arrested. If he had brought these books here on that night, all you had to do was say so. But you didn't. That means that you came bearing these books.
Oh my god.
Gosh. Dancing all the way to your door. Last night, the day after the trial had finished, and you were free again. Therefore, the conclusion of this deduction is as follows. Last night, the victim died after consuming poison. On that same night, someone else was present. And as for the identity of that other person?
he just...
Yeah. It must have been you, Soseki Natsume. It must have been him. You stole my line again. And there you have it. The great deductions of Sherlock Holmes have been revealed.
Oh boy.
Oh, Soseki, you have a way of bringing terror around you, don't you?
Yeah.
Potentially, until this guy wakes up. Elementary. We did,
At least
yay.
we know he didn't do it.
Yeah?
But it's like, how?
You've done it again. You've done it again.
Well, Mr. Natsume. Looks like you'll have to pay the guard yet another visit.
Whoa. Wait, I say. Just a moment.
And we'll get to hear what he has to say about this next time.
While freaking Gregson just keeps eating
Don't worry, I'll have
more
this
and
meal
more
for 24
fish and
hours.
chips, despite him what, blood pressure?
I have a lot wrong with me, don't worry. Soon I won't have a job, but you don't know that yet.
Oh, too soon.
Boy. Oh boy.
Literally, it's in the
Yes.